I guess 59 years is not a joke for Malawians. I just imagine in 1964 midnight when the Union Jack flag was hoisted down, and I couldn't really imagine how electric Malawi or Blantyre was, to be specific, at Langley Stadium, which is now called Kamuzu Stadium. And when the Malawian flag was hoisted up on the flag post for the first time, I think it was a very exciting moment for Malawi. And since then, Malawi became independent. And there is something else that I just want to communicate to Malawians. On 6th July 1964, Malawi became independent from the United Kingdom. But still, it wasn't a republic. It took 2 years for Malawi to be a republic because Malawi became a republic on 6th July 1966. What does it mean? When we became independent, Dr. Banda became the prime minister and not the president of Malawi because Queen Elizabeth II was the head of state and Dr. Banda was the head of government. But on 6th July 1966, it's when Dr. Banda became officially the president of Malawi because he took two positions as the head of the state as well as the head of the government. I think this is a point that I would want to communicate to Malawi because sometimes they confuse the matter. And the other issue that I would want also to highlight about the peculiarity of 6th July. There are many events in the history of Malawi that has a linkage with 6th July. It dates back in 1907 when British protectorate became Nyasman, and it was on 6th July 1907. And it is also documented that Dr. Banda took SS Gaika from Cape Town to US on 6th July 1926. And it is on 6th July 1958, which was by accident because Dr. Banda was supposed to arrive in Malawi some days earlier than 6th July 1958. So it just happened by coincidence that on 6th July 1958, Dr. Banda touched down on Chileka to break the stupid federation. And again, the rest is just history. 6th July for independence and 6th July for republic. And Malawi government continued maintaining 6th July as a memorable day for some of the events. To be fair, I think Malawi has made some strides compared with the state at which Malawi was in 1964. And Dr. Banda really ushered Malawi into a developmental state. So literature indicates that in the late 70s, Malawi was growing at around 7 to 9% per annum. It's a thing that Malawi has never attained again. So we saw really the mushrooming of private sector and corporate in Malawi that was contributing to the economic growth. Down the line, I think the other things that we are not really improving very much on would want really to be on the trajectory that Malawi was in the late 70s and early 80s. So I think it's up to our leadership, political leadership, and almost everyone, so that Malawi should be growing as according to our plan of Malawi 2063. I think it would be unfair to say it was a mistake. Democracy has been a very good tool for running governments, and it was a good decision that Malawi accepted. Two things, democracy as well as multi-party politics. So it will be a very big statement really to think that it was a mistake. Probably what Malawians have to be discussing is creating a conducive environment for democracy to thrive as well as multi-party politics to thrive. Because even in 1964, people thought democracy and multi-party politics came in 2000, in 1994. No, it's not very true, because even the general elections that we had in 1963, it was a multi-party politics. So there were political parties in 1964, and even in 1968, as well as in the 70s, when the multi-party politics was abolished in Malawi. So earlier on in the early years, Malawi had multi-party politics. So it's not true that 1994 was the first time that Malawi had practiced multi-party politics. It's a pleasure. Thank you. Happy Independence Day, Malawians. Happy Republic, Malawians as well.
Right, so I said to boys, let's take out in our mind, we go out there and play. And remember, we're not playing for Kasafa Cup today. Today we're playing for our independence. So I think players, I need to salute them. They did a tremendous job.
I understand exactly from where you come from. You turned it around.
Exactly. I told them that Zambia is a very good team, and we need to go out there and double our effort. We mustn't be like the same, because we need to work harder so that we win. But like I said, I respect and I salute the players because they did exactly what we agreed and they stick to game plan.